Now, talk to me about how the nature of the conversation, the negotiations between Europe, the 27, and the UK, how it's just changed.
Well, the balance of power changed. The Conservatives got the elections wrong. May is significantly weakened. If she survives now politically, it's not at all clear she can survive for the next year or two. These negotiations will get very tough. Michel Barnier, the European Union negotiator, is a very, very clever and hard-willed negotiator. And the EU, I think, understands that this negotiation is theirs really to dictate right now to Britain.
From the EU's point of view, do they want a stronger negotiating partner on the other side of the table? I mean, at this point, there's such disarray on the UK side. At some point, the EU wants to get some sort of a deal as well.
They do, and they've got time to do that, and I think they have to be calculating. If you're in Brussels now, and you're looking at this negotiation, you're probably looking at a negotiating partner who will not be at the table by the end, 19 months from now. In Theresa May.
So what is the likelihood they'll get it done within the 2 years prescribed under the treaty?
It's the first time this has happened. So anything is possible, including another British election before the end of these negotiations, because this is a country that's badly divided. We saw that at the polls. The Conservatives didn't do disastrously. We were talking about this. In fact, the Conservative the percentage, was higher than it was in 2015 under David Cameron, but they're significantly weakened. And I think the British people are still very much divided about the wisdom of leaving the European Union.
It was the Labour surge that I think nobody really saw coming. Marc Chandler, for Wall Street, if you had your big Europe trade on, your big buy Europe trade, does the politics validate that now in quite a significant way?
Well, I think that's really the point, is that it's not just what's happened in France. In Italy over the weekend, the Five-Star movement had a big defeat in local elections. And so I really think this speaks to the resilience of the system, and that is when the body politic has been attacked, the antibodies, in effect, have come out and strengthened. And almost in every country in Europe, since the UK voted to leave a year ago, pro-EU sentiment is on the rise in almost every country in Europe. And this is, I think, an important takeaway, that this populist nationalist movement seems to be restricted to the US and the UK. Strong economies relatively on this side of the crisis.